I hope I was recording before, because I would hate for all that to be spoken and none of it was captured. But I also wonder, how am I in the middle of recording something and some kind of ad pop up? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about me choosing me. Okay, I mean, some of y'all may not care, and that's all right, but it's some of y'all out there who don't choose you either. You don't. Your husband is first, your children are next, anybody else is next, anybody that you can serve. If you're still working for people outside of yourself, then you got them. You don't do you for the sake of doing everyone else, you know? Okay, I started early, meaning, so I got pregnant at 16. I had my first baby at 17. I ended up having 4 of them over the course of time, and 20, did she graduate in 2018? 2018, the youngest graduated from high school. But of course, when they graduate from high school, they're not quite ready yet to leave the house. Okay. Long story short, here we are in 2025, and everybody's grown. Some of them have families of their own, you know, or kitty cats or whatever. Just others that depend on them. You know, I no longer have them. I'm an empty nester. I don't know what to do with myself. You know, I might be in perimenopause. I don't know. You know, I could have been going through some kind of metamorphosis, you know, of sorts. And maybe what I thought was menopause was really me adjusting to what's happening in the shift in the atmosphere. Because we know it's a shift in the atmosphere. Okay? Either way, it was making me very, very emotional, on top of noticing all these other things. But I'm going to tell you something. Around 2021, like towards the end of it, really, I don't know, I started feeling this urge to travel. Now, mind you, I never had a passport. I never left the country. I didn't start really traveling across this country, you know, to different spots until recently, really, you know, in my 40s, you know. So I didn't start doing anything that I wanted to do until then. I'm not going to say I haven't been any place, you know, outside of the state that I lived in, but I really didn't do anything. I didn't do much, you know. I did stuff for the family, for the husband, for the kids, for the whatever. We didn't really. In the beginning, we used to take, and by beginning, I mean the beginning of my marriage to my husband. I'm married to right now, and it is my second marriage. And in the beginning, we used to do like vacations, take trips, little short trips, little things like that, or whatever. Because these are things I used to do with my kids when I was a single parent and I just had them, you know, and I used to try to find things to do with each other, but I'm sorry, they just keep coming. And so even those wasn't much. We might have lived in North Carolina and I would drive to South Carolina, or because I'm from Brooklyn, I used to drive to Brooklyn, but only in the beginning because I used to miss it myself when I was young. And then it got to the point where, you know, them trips to Brooklyn, they started feeling like, girl, we in there, but I'm going to go ahead and leave tomorrow or the next day. And then they just got to, I really just didn't go. Because it was just different. It just wasn't the same. But I was born and raised there, so everything and everyone that I knew was there, right? But I've been down south, basically been down south for longer than I've been, you know, all of my adult life, just put it that way, you know. So longer than the time that I spent in New York, and I was born and raised there. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. Anyway, so in 2021, towards the end of 2021, I started feeling like I want to travel. Right? I had this little bug that was starting to eat at me, nag at me, knit at me, you know, tick, 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 tick. And I was thinking, okay, I want to go to Italy, and let's buy one of them dollar houses in Italy, and let's go and you know, fix it up and so forth and so, you know, just all these ideas just to get out, go someplace else, do something different. And I mean, it's actually more to it there's actually more to that, because we had gone through some things. About I mean my husband and I, and then my family as a result, meaning my children, right? My children as a result of it. But ultimately, we were going through something, or experiencing something that also made me feel like, you know what, we just need to go to another country. Let's just go to another country. And no, nobody was running from the Lord. And I'm like, there wasn't nothing to do with that, whatever. We just, that'll be another video, because, I got to compartmentalize, and I gotta stay focused myself. I'm not good with that. Just I'm not good with that sometimes. And it's not a problem under normal circumstances, but everybody can't follow along if I'm talking about 8 different things at the same time. And you get what I'm saying. So, it was just about getting the voice. So I started learning languages. Okay, I wanted to anyway, because I've always wanted to, be a polyglot. Okay. I didn't even know that was a name, that was a term until recently. I just wanted to know a lot of languages. And back then, we didn't have all the resources that we have now. You had Rosetta Stone, and all that Rosetta Stone cost. And Rosetta Stone wasn't exactly turning people into multilingual folks. Okay? So I never paid for Rosetta Stone. But then came along Duolingo. Okay. And I started there. And I haven't let up since. And I've been going and going and going and going. And every time I think of a country I want to go to, I start on that language. That's it. So I've been doing that for myself and priming myself up in that manner, but never going anywhere. Still, I didn't apply for a passport until this year, 2025. Myself or my husband. My husband will be content staying right here, period. You're going to watch this, so please don't take it in a negative way. Okay, that's a special notation to my husband. You will watch this and you will see it. Don't take it in a negative way, but you know exactly what I mean. If it were up to you, we would not go anywhere, because, okay, I'm not content with that. I'm talking to the people again. Okay, I'm not content with that. I've never left the country, and I desire to do so. I've never stepped foot in another part of the world, and I desire to do that. I've never breathed the air in another country, stepped foot on the dirt, on the ground in another country, touched any artifacts or buildings or anything from other countries, eaten food in other countries, experienced the people and the culture of other countries, and I desire to do that. I'm not a traveled person. I'm not a traveled person, let alone well-traveled. I desire to become a well-traveled person. Okay? And then last year, a lot of things started happening to my body. And health-wise, right? And they started bringing my attention to a couple of things. Actually, the one last diagnosis was really like, I don't want to die before never doing anything with my life. Not the things I want to do. I raised 4 kids, and I've been a good housewife. That's it. That's all I got for you right now. That's it. That's not enough for me. It's not enough for me. I want more than that. I got diagnosed with a heart aneurysm last year. And yep, people can live with a heart aneurysm. And I talk about that in one of my other videos where I only got 4 views. So, because I only got 4 views, y'all gonna help me out, listen to that video over there. But I'll briefly say that because I was diagnosed with that, and they told me about it, they told me what my numbers were with that and how close I was to, going out. The first thing that came to my mind was, I'm gonna die, and I never did anything. I never did. Honey, I was scared to breathe hard, talk hard, look hard. I was scared to do anything hard, anything that would disrupt my heart. And all the while, I'm dealing with the stress of I've never lived life. That's no bueno. That no bueno. I used to always say I don't want to die with regrets. You know, I used to always say, you know, I wanted to, and that's what I'm going to call this. I'm going to say, I'm choosing me. Choose you. Don't die with regrets. I didn't want to, but I felt like I was on my way out. We moved to like one of the most beautiful cities. I can't, like, oh my gosh, I just love it here. I live in Colorado, I'll say that much, right? I love it here. It's gorgeous. And the part that there's mountains everywhere. I wish I could just flip this around so you could see what I see. Like, I just be doing ordinary, regular stuff, and I get to see beauty all the time. I'm squinting instead of using my shades, right? Anyway, and I love it. I love the air here, all that I can actually get, because I'm up. You know, I've been on sea level all my life, and then I come out here, and I'm like almost 6,000 feet above sea level, and that takes a lot of adjusting to. And if you already have some form of health problems, then it takes longer adjusting to. So it's taken me some adjustment, and I'm still adjusting. I love it out here. My body does not. It's like, as beautiful as it is out here, it's actually tearing me apart. We would have to move someplace else back on sea level, which means back on the east, and we didn't want to do that either. You know, I need warmer climate, number one, because my heart aneurysm is not the only health issue that I'm dealing with, you know. And let me put this out there also. I'm young. I'm not old, not young, but I'm only 50, okay? I'm a 50-year-old female who, for all intents and purposes, should be in really good health, you know. But stress, and I swear I deal with a lot of it, you know. No disrespect to anybody in my life who, you know, may or may not be a part of that stress. But stress has physical ramifications on the body, and continual, incessant stress will break you down. It will physically take you out. I don't have hair. My hair won't grow. I'm missing teeth. My weight is regulated, but on the wrong end of the spectrum. I have pressure. I have aneurysm. I have arthritis. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's a good thing I'm not looking for no damn man. but I'm just saying, I have all these issues, and I should not have all these issues, you know. And, you know, that's just to name a few. We're not even talking about the mental health, you know. The mental health, too, is also something that plays a big part in your total well-being, you know. And so I didn't bring my little coffee. I can't sip on nothing while I'm sitting here talking to you, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk to y'all about it. Okay, let me stop for a second and say, hey, to all you new people, if you're new here, my name is Micheline Muhammad, and I talk about everything. I don't have a niche. Okay, and you know, I thank you for stopping by. Take a look at it. Try to last all the way to the end. I mean, I'm in the middle, or probably I'm in the middle, and I declare I should have said this in the beginning so that I could have held on to some of the people who had already clicked out, whatever. But go on to like it and subscribe. And at this case, with my 17 subscribers, just go on and show me some mercy. Subscribe, but like it too. You know, share it, okay. And if you're not new and you've been here with me before, welcome back. Thank you for supporting me, because everybody needs a little bit. Everybody needs somebody, right? Okay. So let me get back to it. What I'm trying to say is, I am finally in 2025 choosing me. At better late than never. At the end of the day, it's just that I am choosing me. Now, how am I choosing me? Well, I want to do something radical. I want to do something radical. And you know how people don't want to talk about things because you want to, like when you're pregnant and you don't want to talk about your pregnancy and your first trimester because you want to try to make it through your first trimester before you start spreading news and make sure everything with that baby, right? I got a little baby myself. And the term and like it's a radical thing that I'm about to do, but I'm about to do it because I want to do it. I'm about to do it because it feels good to me, because I've always wanted to do it, because I've never done anything like it, you know, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited, I'm sad, and I'm guilty at the same time. I feel guilty about it at the same time. Just, you know, and let me break it down, okay? I am going to be taking a trip out of the country for a while, okay? And I am going to go someplace not too far. I'm going not too far, but because my kids and my husband, okay? Husband is not going right away, okay? Because work is very important to him. He likes to work. But if I wait, I will never be able to do anything. No vacations, no honeymoons, no trips, no anniversary, nothing. And even though we have tried to plan these things out, like I went through all emotions planning the trip to Hawaii, went through all emotions planning the trip for Italy, went through all emotions planning the trip to Greece. We can't seem to get, and I wanted to go to Germany. We can't seem to get to these places, even if he says he's on board with it, or he sounds like he's on board with it. So I had to choose me. Meaning I had to choose to go without him, because, you know, I could say he's saying that he's not coming, but because he wants to work and do this and do that and so forth, to make money for this and make money for that and blah 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 blah. And I'm grateful. And let me put this out there too. I am grateful. I'm grateful that I have a husband that is willing to stay back and, you know, handle things here while I go off abroad and do me. Okay? That's a blessing. I realize and recognize there's a lot of people that don't have that. So that's a blessing, you know. But I would have preferred to have him along on the trip. But again, if I wait, especially with the diagnosis that I've had last year, towards the end of last year. So my diagnosis is not even 6 months old. Let me think. Actually, I'm like right on the verge of 6 months, because I think I found out in September or October. But that's neither here nor there at the end of the day. What it is you can't... Tomorrow's not promised, honey, and the next hour is not promised. You know, God forbid anything happening, God willing, I'll still be here. But I don't want to wait and keep waiting and keep planning and keep waiting and keep planning and keep waiting and keep planning and keep waiting, and nothing ever happens, you know. So I have to choose me. Now, it does sadden me that my husband can't go. I also wanted my children to go. You know, quite frankly, you know, this should not be a why. It can be a part of your why, but I don't think it should be the main part of your why, you know. And even I had to get a grip on that and really reassess, you know. But my sense of urgency didn't come until, you know, a little bit of inauguration. And so I wanted me, my husband, my kids, my grandkids, and my 2 grandcats up out of here, okay? But everybody is not on the same plane at the same time, you know. So that's where my sadness comes in. Excuse me. My sadness comes in because, gosh, if you have grandbabies, you understand that it's a different kind of love. And I love those, but oh my gosh, I love those babies. And being so far away from them. I won't be so far I can't reach out, I can't get to them. But that's why I'm going to Panama, okay? And I'll talk about that in another video. This is not the focus of this video, okay? So I'm still on the same continent, but not in the same country, right? And y'all, let's go. Ooh, like I said, we'll talk about that. But As another thing, I've been holding on to this baby and not saying anything about it because, worried about all the stuff I talked about in the other video. And if you don't know what that is, I think I would have referenced it in this video. Go click on my page. I need y'all to anyway. And like it and subscribe. When you see them 17 subscribers, feel pity on me. Help a sister out, okay? But anyway, and like it too, and share it so somebody else could do the same thing. But my sadness came from the fact that I was going to be doing something I've always wanted to do, and I'm not able to do it with the ones I love the absolute most, okay? So it doesn't mean that they won't come and they won't visit, whatever, but everybody is in the same boat. If I didn't go get a passport for myself, I never got a passport for my children, and of course I can't get passports for my grands, right? So we all had to go through that process of getting the passports, applying for your passport, get a passport for the children, and then even a hubby had to get a passport. He had to, he's traveled, but only in the military, but not like outside of that. So even he had to get a passport. He didn't have a passport, right? Okay, so we had to do that. And then, I was waiting for that blue book, and still am, but because I was waiting for it, I didn't want to talk about it either, in addition to, what I addressed in the other video about being afraid to talk on camera to people, whatever. But I really need to come out of that, because there's things I want to talk about, things I want to do, stuff I want to set up, and I can't do that not talking to the camera, and we will talk about it on I will talk about it on another time. But basically, being an introvert, which is what I am, but I don't like labels. So I just say I'm not a people person, and I fall back, and I'm usually by myself. I'm a loner. I sit in the house predominantly all week. I might come out, well, let me not say, I do take my grandson to school and from school, but that's it. And even sometimes I don't want to do that because I don't want to go out in the public. And when it's really, really cold, it's really hard for me to, because I have arthritis so bad in one leg. It's like I'm walking around with a metal leg, and child. Okay, so, again, it's so many different things I want to talk about in some of the other videos, because a part of my choosing where I chose to go was because I want to heal myself, and I know it can be done. It can be done. If you don't know, you will learn about it, and it's plenty of people out here and plenty of information out here, legitimate, that can tell you we can heal ourselves. And I know from personal experience, you can heal yourself. It takes work though, and you can't have your brain can't be cluttered, so part of what I wanted to do going out there was to heal myself, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so sadness. I feel sadness because I wish that my husband and my children and my grandchildren and my 2 grandcats were going. Also because of the way, the way of the world in this country at this moment, and then my guilt. The guilt that I'm feeling is knowing that nobody knows what's going on the other side, and I do pay attention to my dreams, and misgivings, but it also could be fear and doubt trying to creep up too, and you got to know how to discern and differentiate between the two. But basically, you never know what's going to happen anywhere. I mean, anybody could be, anybody in any place can be like what we're experiencing, but most of us know that a lot of what we experience, especially as a black person in this country, is it's not a place you want to, or it's not a thing you want to have to be experiencing. So you're looking for something outside of that, and in Panama, honey, we look like each other, okay? And like I see a lot of expats going out there and living their best lives. I'm not lying, but it's not just Panama. It's other places too, like Mexico. Honey, if you ain't been paying attention, pay attention. Just look at it. So the guilt is leaving them behind, feeling like I'm going to something better and leaving them in this. That's the guilt. The guilt is feeling like, and I had to reconcile these feelings, and I still work through it. I'm currently in a group called Exodus Summit. and then Exodus Summit ASAP. So I'm in both. Okay, Exodus Summer. If you don't know about it, please Google it. Y'all know Stephanie Perry and Rashida Dow. Okay, but it's so many wonderful ladies up in that group, honey, and honey. Okay, and then special shout out to Amina. But I joined that group because I need a community, with like-minded individuals on where I was. I could not talk about it really with my husband because my husband feels like I shouldn't go anywhere. He feels like I might be running. I think he understands things a little bit better because, I'm also talking about my mental health. I'm talking about my physical health. I'm talking about my peace of mind. And it's becoming so bad that I just want to roll up into a ball and just go in a closet somewhere, sit in the back corner or whatever until everything is over. That's not living, though. We know that, right? And then when I talk about, how I don't want to just shrivel away and die, sit around in the house. I'm in the house all the time. I rarely go out. I have to go out, may go out once or twice a week for shopping, for groceries or whatever. And because we can order and bring stuff in, honey, I don't have to leave this house if I don't want to. I spend most of my time inside that house with unopened windows because there's too many damn spiders in this neighborhood to open up my windows, so I can't get fresh air unless I go outside, and I don't go outside often except for really Monday through Friday when I'm dropping off the grandson and picking up the grandson. I don't really do anything. I'm just sitting around the house just withering away. The kids are gone. Yeah, I have grandkids in the house. I have a grandkid, one of my grandsons. I have two of them in the house, but one goes to school. And outside of that, I don't have anything else. And I'm going to tell you, if I didn't have them, he's a Nana's baby. So, but if I didn't have them, then I would have no interactions, really. My kids just be living their life. They be doing what they got to do. My grandkids getting up there, they like, Nana, I love you. But, Nana's born, and then whatever, they're doing them in a loving way. They're not shunning me or anything, but they're living life. They're doing them. And my husband be at work all day. Literally, that man doesn't work anything less than 14 or 15 hours a day. Anything less than 14 or 15 hours a day. 7 days a week. Period. I'm left to my own devices. I'm basically here alone by myself all the time. Okay, that's not bashing him. I understand what he's trying to do for us. I understand, what his goals are and what his objectives are. But again, if I wait, he would be content just staying here like put. He doesn't see things the way I see things in terms of, leaving. Now he's on board. He is coming, because the goal is just to be where we going, and so he is coming, but I'm going to be going first, and I'm going to be going alone and on my own outside of my group. And, I'll have community when I get out there because, there are lots of expat groups, like Facebook groups, expat community out there, different, it's bunches of people out there. So I don't feel like I will be alone in that regard, but I will be alone in the sense that I won't have my family. So that's where the sadness and the guilt comes in. But I also feel guilt about feeling happy and excited about doing this. Because here's the other thing. I have never, ever in my whole entire life done anything alone. Anything just for me. Just for me. Without taking someone or doing something for someone or something to that effect. This is all for Micheline, and that's a big thing for me, and it makes my, but if I let that seize me, I will do exactly what I don't want to do, which is to shrivel away and die, never having done anything with myself or for myself that I wanted to be able to do. So that's what I'm doing now. I am choosing me, and I'm very, very, very excited about it. Very, very excited about it. I'm just, and as time progresses, I can feel myself becoming more comfortable with the thought, the idea, the notion, and the plan, because we do have a plan, and I'm talking about for my husband coming, and for my children and my grandchildren coming, or leaving. They don't necessarily want to go to Panama. I will say that Thailand seems to appeal to a lot of people right now, and a lot of young folks, and their generation. So I have a few of them that are partial to Thailand, and one that's partial to Japan. But at this point, especially with me finally venturing out for myself, I just feel like they should be following their heart's content, with planning, but following their heart's content. And so that's what they're doing, and what's going to happen, everything going exactly how we say is going to go. They will be able to come and visit me, and I think like Central America, because I think that's what it is. If I'm wrong, honey, just because I'm not going to Google it and then write the correct thing. I think it's Central America. South America. I think Colombia is South America or something. But that's neither here nor there, right? And they will be in Asia. So I will travel to them, and they will travel to me. Also, my new group and my new community, they do a lot of summits. They do a lot of meetups. They do a lot of get-togethers, always in some other country. And so I'm going to finally start doing that. Because why not? Why am I choosing to sit around in the house and not do anything with myself? Nothing. Like, everything is dwindling away. My motivation to just be is even dwindling away. I have to take control and take charge, and that, my dears, is what I'm finally doing. And so I'm really excited about it, and I'm looking forward to sharing with y'all my journey, because I'm in the beginning of it, sort of, right? I'm in the beginning, but this is an immediate plan. It's not a in the future or on the wayside plan. So it's actually in the works. Everything, like, I just came back from getting my fingerprints done for my FBI check. So it's an immediate plan, right? And so I look forward to sharing the information, just like the progress, the process, the journey. I'm really excited about it. And I just got my YouTube peoples, however many that may be. I got 17 subscribers, so thank you to my 17 subscribers, because right now y'all my YouTube people, okay? And thank you for the likes. Again, if you've been here before, I thank you for coming back. I hope you make it, all the way to the end of the video. And if you're new, thank you for even making it this far. And just go ahead and finish and go to the end of the video. But go ahead, stop, like, scroll up or do whatever. You know how we be doing it, because I do it too. And press that like button and then the subscribe button. They got a little bell too. I mean, if you want to be notified, go ahead and be notified. At this rate that I'm posting, it isn't like you're going to be notified every few seconds. But I'm aiming for consistency, as I do finally have the guts to start doing what I wanted to do all this while, which was just to talk about what's going on and what's, whatever floats my boat at that moment. And in this case, I'm really excited about what I'm going to be doing. And my trip, and planning it, and the little pieces and parts and things like such. I'm learning so much about what it takes to, to become an expat in another country, and, different rules for different places. But, there's some general rules that just are the same across the board, so I'm learning so much. And, I would love to share those things, properly. The more I do this, the better I'll get for these YouTube channels and things. I'm going to be taking some classes and courses for doing YouTube channels and being better on YouTube channel, my channel, and being better with posting and trying to have my content look more cohesive and more professional, like, just better looking. So hopefully all those things will happen. And this too is also something that I'm looking forward to doing once I'm out there, because I will have time for me finally. And in addition to my self healing, physical and inner, mental, I also have things that I want to work on that have been projects that have been sitting shelved because I've not had the motivation to do anything. I've just been feeling like sometimes just giving up and just letting time pass, just letting time just go. That's not a nice feeling. It's not a good one, but I'm not there. I'm out of that, and I'm going to remain out of that because I found a plan for coming out of that. Because for me, that's not life. That's not, honey, I could live to 104 like that. What a miserable... Carefully, I recognize that some people cannot just snap out of it like that, and some people have a harder time trying to come from it. So no disrespect to those who are struggling. I know that struggle, and I know it's real. It really is. I looked at a video the other day from Stephanie Perry about the aunties faking it, right? Faking their happiness. Look her up on YouTube, y'all. And you can even look up that video, and then you should look at it, really. And at the end of the day, a lot of us are. A lot of us are out there faking it, pretending. That smile ain't no kind of real, and you can tell from the eyes, no matter what the mouth is showing you, So, and for what it's worth, I can't smile if I don't feel it, so I just don't. But who am I smiling at? I sit in the house all day, every day, all day, every day, all day, every day. I'm a housewife, all day, every day. Things that I was embarrassed about, things that I want to talk about, but I'm grateful. I'm thankful everybody don't have that ability either. I'm grateful that after having my own business at some point and then losing that business, that I did not have to really work for anyone else outside of me. And that's not to say I didn't try to do that. I did. But after working for yourself, and then the way things have changed, and I've been out of the market, the workforce for so long, going back it was easy to be like, oh no, I can't, I can't, and then I walk away from it and let it go. But I did try a few times, and 3 times I did to get back in that work, and listen, it just didn't work for me. But it would have had to work if I ain't had no choice. I have the husband that I have who works the way he worked, so in a sense it's like I can't really complain. What do I want? Do I want more time and less money, or do I want more money and less time? At this point, because he's only one human being, he can only do what he can do, and he can't be in 2 places at once. And there's a song out there, and I can't recall it right this very moment, but I'm sure somebody heard this song in their head as soon as I said what I said, but it's the truth. You do have to decide on what's the important factor in that time. So I'm not bashing my husband because he can't go right away, or he won't go right away. I understand what he's trying to do. I'm not bashing him for the fact that I'm in the house all day, every day. I'm not bashing him because he chooses work over everything else. I'm not saying that's all right, but I'm not bashing him. I'm very thankful for the husband that I have and the life that he affords me. I am. It's just I want to do something with my life. I just don't want to dwindle away, never having done anything, So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'm going to be posting other videos because I have so many different things I want to talk about. I don't want to put them all in that one video, and then we got to try to make it through an hour, 2 hours, 3. Honey, I could do that, but if I did something like that, I would do it like on a live or something like that. But with only 17 subscribers, I ain't doing no live videos now, am I? Okay. All right. So thank you all for making it this far. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm looking forward to putting the other ones out because I'm feeling really rejuvenated about it and excited about it. And I'm glad that you are here with me. And please talk about it in the comment section. I'm supposed to say that, but excuse me, I will try to remember as well to comment on my own stuff so that I can get other people to comment on my stuff as well, because that's basically what you're supposed to do. Don't pretend that you don't know that that's why you do it. And I'm talking with no water in the car, so I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and end this, and then I will have other videos coming following this. And listen, I've seen people do batch recording. Today might be a batch recorded day, so it just might be. Excuse me, I have to go get some water. Okay, so until next time, ciao. All right, take care, peoples.